Hello everyone, welcome to another video of everything you need to know about the Immortal. Today we are going to look at Tokugawa Ieyasu, Tosho Daigongin. Tokugawa Ieyasu, with his strategic brilliance, emerged victorious, crushing his rival, securing his claim to power in 1603. He was named shogun, becoming supreme military ruler of Japan. Ieyasu's victory not only solidified his rule, but also marked the beginning of the Tokugawa shogunate, a dynasty that would govern Japan for over 250 years. During this period, Japan experienced an unprecedented era of peace known as Edo period. Now that introductions has been said about Tokugawa, now let's start with how do we get the immortal. We can get Tokugawa by doing Lucky Spin, King of the Hill, daily deals, and you need totally of 960 fragments in order for you to max Tokugawa from 0 fragments or 0 stars until you unlock the artifacts. You can grind Tokugawa in the King of the Hill if you are free to play. I think it's a very good event as well, and I think it's way easier to get Tokugawa in the game now because of how much or how easy King of the Hill has become, because now you have opportunity to get 180 fragments from King of the Hill if you win King of the Hill. But assuming you're coming around like 30, 20, 30th place or top 10, you probably assume, I assume you will probably get around 120 to 140 fragments. And if you have gems in to spare, you can do lucky spin. My personal opinion, I don't think it's worth it because basically for 60 fragments you have to spend around 10 to 15,000 gems, which I think personally is a waste. And if you're one of those who spends on daily deals, you can also get him from there. Now let's go take a look at Tokugawa Ieyasu's stats and skills. Now let's take a look at the stats first. Likewise with other videos I made, I'm gonna repeat it again. So I have EIP 15, I have max technology, I have gears level 55 plus some upgrades with the gems in the gears. I think they should be around level 4, level 5, level 6, around there, and then I'll boost level 30, so pretty much maxed out without his EA. So, but never mind that. Now we're gonna take a look at the stats. What stands out for me is the energy regen for a tank, especially the tank that is very similar to the Charles. When you have shields, and of course you are able to do some negative effects like decrease attack speed, decrease energy regen speeds of enemies. So for me, he has around, I think it's 100 or 200% less shield, but he gains more advantage, like different with the negative effects. So he kind of like, for me, he's very good. Not the Charles level good, but he's still very, very good. Now let's talk about Tokugawa's artifact. As of now, it's really difficult to obtain because you can only obtain it via Triss or Cinder Wish, like Cinder Shop. But hopefully in the future we will be able to get the artifact via grinding, hopefully in the next patch. But as of now, only Triss. So what does the artifact does? It just increases his normal ultimate Thunder Array from 6 seconds to 7.5 seconds. I don't know how good this is, to be honest, or we're gonna see a lot of difference because 1.5 seconds is not a lot, but it really depends on what you build with skills. So, like I said in other videos, especially with the tank immortals, I do prefer the health growth, the green one, instead of the physical defense one. But there are some situations where I think the situational ones, like physical defense, is better. For example, if you meet hybrid teams, if you meet like Hannibal, Alex, or maybe in the future even Luis because of the attack speed increase, I think that that situational part, I think physical defense is the best. As for in general, I think the health, the green one, growth, is the best by far, especially if you meet like mage team or very similar teams. Especially that I think is the best. And the first stats for the artifacts, I think you should have physical defense bonus percentage is not is a no-brainer there. I think a lot of people will want that as well, and that is the best one. Let's take a look at the skills that fits Tokugawa the best. I think a lot of people will probably run like they do with Charles, which is guard. A lot of people are running Fighting Master and No Escape or even Berserk. I think that these are the most common one. Also, if you running with two tanks and you don't know where to put them, you can always choose like you can put Vitality Touch here. Normally you can put them in Theodora or in support role, and even memory defense you can put it here. But usually people will put guard, fighting master, and no escape. If not no escape, maybe weakening curse, or if they want to put aura, they probably put berserk or any of the auras that fits into the main team. Now let's take a look at the synergy. In my opinion, Tokugawa has a couple of synergies that works really well with him because of the skills. So the first one, or basically the best one, I think is Luis. With Luis, I think, especially after the recent update, it fits really well together because of the negative effects and the shield he gives Luis, so Luis also gives negative effects. I am meant to put Hammurabi in here as well because I think those three works together as a lightning synergy really well. But the problem is that one, I think the only reason why lightning might not be become relevant enough in the meta is because lightning immortals do not have any support. I think if Hammurabi would have support, this synergy would have been way stronger because you have Tokugawa that can also do some negative effects. Same thing with Luis, and as you guys know by now, Hammurabi's ultimate with the artifacts increases damage the more negative effects the immortal have or the enemy immortal have. So now you have to find a support. I would probably recommend him in like Theodora in there or even Fu Fei if it's possible. Fu Fei would fit perfectly in there. But yeah, other than that, I think a lot of people that runs Lightning, they're running Tokugawa, Elcid, or Tokugawa, Richard, and then you have like Charles behind. Sorry, not Charles, but Genghis Khan behind. You can either run full Lightning, or you can do it like me, mix it a little bit, and try something else where I put Tokugawa in with Eastern Shin and Theodora, so they work together as a three synergy. But that might not be the most popular one. But for the most popular one and the most Giga Chat one, I think is Luis and Hammurabi. Now let's take a look at the battle replay. In here I use the March that what I currently use and the skill here. I think the one that really helped him out is the Fighting Master. I think that really helped him out a lot because then he is immune to control, so he can, keep using his ult all over again. And you can see like by the healing, Crackling Thunder, 17 million, which is really good for Tokugawa. Almost as same as Charles. I think this is a little less, and you can see the damage on what he took, which is really okay as well. I think he had a lot of health left when the battle ended. So yeah, that's the video about Tokugawa. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. See you guys in the next Everything You Know About Immortal video. See ya.